from Cashfree product team. In this video, I'll explain about payment links and how to create a payment link using merchant dashboard or using APIs. So Cashfree payment links are the most prominent way and the easiest way for you to collect money without any coding effort. Let's say you want to collect money from a customer. So you can send a payment link with the customer's mobile number, and customer will be able to receive the payment link on his SMS. And once the customer clicks on the link which is provided in his SMS, customer will be able to see a bunch of payment methods where he can pay either using credit card, debit card, UPI, or any other payment method. So this is what a payment link is. So essentially a no code tool where you can create a payment link in a jiffy, and then you can share it with your customers using SMS, email, or even WhatsApp, asking one of your customer to actually pay. So payment link gets you access to hundreds of payment methods, from UPI to cards, net banking, wallets, BNPL, or even EMI. You get all of the payment methods in a box with cash free payment links. In this example, I'll help you understand how to create a payment link and then collect money from one of your customer using the merchant dashboard. Let's say this tutorial also assumes that you already have merchant dashboard login credentials, and then and then your PG is activated so that you can start collecting money. So when I mean PG, it's a payment gateway. In case you don't have a merchant dashboard, or you don't have an merchant account with Cashfree, or if your PG is not activated, you can visit other videos where we have sufficient tutorials on the other aspects of the payment gateway. So now I'm actually visiting my merchant dashboard. Uh, so where I'll be able to see the screen. So now once I go to the payment gateway section, I'll be able to something called as payment links. So now here I can create a payment link. Let's say for example, I want to collect money from one of my customer for washing machine. Let's say the product amount is 10,000 rupees. So you can actually add a link expiry also. So you can choose to expire the link after a specific period of time. This is very prevalent in use cases like NBFCs, where they would want to collect EMI from their customers, but they do not want them to pay beyond a due date. So they can choose to expire the payment link within a particular duration. And also you can also allow partial payment. So this basically allows that, let's say the total amount to be received is 10,000 rupees. Customer can choose to pay in tranches on the payment link. Let's say he can pay 2,000 rupees today, and then the rest 8,000 rupees in the next week, so that you actually receive 2,000 today and then 8,000 whenever the customer pays. But the total payment link is now valid so that customer can pay till 10,000. So minimum amount, you can also set minimum amount. So you do not want customer to pay anything less than 500 rupees or anything less than 100 rupees. So in this case, let's say I say that I do not want my customer to pay anything less than 2,000 rupees. I can choose to have a minimum amount. And let's say I'm giving my mobile number. So you can also choose to send an invoice to the customer after a successful payment. By actually enabling invoice, you will actually send a receipt to the customer, and you can add more options like link ID. You can customize the link ID. Let's say I'm saying Sai General Stores. So after the successful payment, you can, let's say if you want to redirect it back to the website, you can give a redirect URL also. You can also add a thank you message. So something like custom message would be thank you for the order. Please check email for further details. In case you want to add something like no terms and conditions, something which says non-refundable, you can also add it. If you want any other information, like let's say for example you want to add any internal notes which you want to keep it, like let's say for example order ID like is like some of your internal order could be 1 2 3 4 5. So you can basically add it as part of your add notes section. So once you create the payment link, so you get the payment link ready. Now you'll also this, because I have given my mobile number, this will also, Cashfree will also send an SMS to the customer. So once I click on Cashfree the payment link, which is actually being shared on the SMS also, so it shows that pay full amount and pay partial amount. So because I have chosen to say that customer can pay in partial also for this particular payment link. So now I can also, because we are also given terms and conditions that this is non-refundable, we display the terms and conditions also, and customer has to make sure that he has to accept the terms and conditions to actually proceed. Now, in this particular case, I can choose to pay 2,000 rupees, or I can choose to pay the full amount. Let's say in this particular case, I am choosing to pay 4,000 rupees. Let's say if I give 1,000 rupees, it would not allow me because the minimum due is 2,000 rupees, and that's what I've set while creating the payment link. Now, in this particular case, let's say I'm paying 2,000 rupees. So here, if you see that, I get access to all of my payment methods like UPI, cards, wallets, net banking, RTGS, EMI, PayPal, even for international transactions, and pay later payment methods also. So this is how the payment link infrastructure at Cashfree works. You can choose to create a payment link for your customer by actually visiting the merchant dashboard, giving the amount, and then entering the customer's mobile number, and voila, customer gets the payment link on his mobile, and then customer can choose to pay hundreds of payment methods available at Cashfree to complete the payment. In this particular video, I'll also show how to create a payment link by using an API. So let's say when you go to this create payment link section, you have an API documentation section. So you can see the URL. This is at docs.cashfree.com. API, I went to the API documentation. In payment links, I have a create payment link curl request. So I can just uh, request an example, and I can copy this curl. So here you can see that the whole of the curl request is actually copied. So because I'll remove some of the invalid fields like link expiry time. So I'll also add an API key and secret. So this is basically client ID and secret key. So you can find the both client ID and secret key as part of your merchant dashboard, where you can go to the developer dashboard to essentially get the details. In this particular video, I have copied the curl request, and then so I've set the I've set the body request, with whatever the curl I've copied from the API documentation. So once I hit this, so I'm actually hitting sandbox. So this will be like a test URL which I'll get. So it says that link ID already exists. So let's say if I give a different link ID, so you see that this API request gave me a payment link so that I can actually pay to this payment link. So let's say I'm going ahead and paying the full amount. I think there is some error, in our sandbox environment. But yeah, this is how in general it actually works. Once you get this payment link, you would be able to click on pay securely, and then you'll be redirected to a host of payment methods, and then complete the payment. So just to summarize, payment links are the easiest way, most secure and fastest no code tool instrument for you to collect money after you have your merchant dashboard and PG activated. You can also choose to create payment links via APIs, which has sufficient API documentation. I also showed you how to create a payment link, via API. So this is how payment links at Cashfree works. If you have any further questions, just reach out to care@cashfree.com for any other questions. Thank you.